Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Man City Unplugged, your very own Man City fan channel. I hope all of you had a great day, a great Monday, though I must accept that Mondays are not always the most welcoming. Now, I was just thinking, what are the signings that we need to make in order to compete with Liverpool for the title next season? It's not about the signings on the pitch, because on the pitch, if you take the first 11s, maybe City might have more squad depth, strength in depth. But if you take the first 11, City buy another centre back, and maybe Mendy is back. You see that almost player to player, it's almost equal. So where is the battle gonna be won? Are battles generally won by the most powerful, the most skillful? No, I don't think. When when two sides are equally skillful and powerful, what is the differentiating factor? I think it's the tactical nose. And also a side might be a little less skillful, but if they have the tactical edge, they might still triumph, they might still win the battle. So it is interesting that this thing has gone a little bit down the radar, but City have made a really interesting signing after Mikel Arteta's departure. And we had seen a little bit of a change in their style of play also in the last 10 matches since the restart. It's the signing of Juanma Lillo. I hope I have presented the name right. Yes, Juanma Lillo, Pep Guardiola's assistant manager. Pep had worked with him in the past, and Pep attributes many of his thoughts, his philosophies, the development of his understanding and tactical side of the game to Juanma Lillo, along with Marcelo Bielsa. It is said that when Pep Guardiola introduced the false nine to the world, it was the idea behind it was of Juanma Lillo. I mean, the inspiration behind it, I would say, was of Juanma Lillo. The 3-4-3 which Pep Guardiola instigated at Barcelona in his last year, when he thought the teams had figured him out. It was again the inspiration behind it was said to be Juanma Lillo. And also all this is well documented in his biography book as well. So I think this season it's like teams have figured out City to a certain extent. Teams know that if they can keep the ball in midfield, if they can just bypass that City press, they could just get at the back two, and they could just score on counter attacks. And if you see, Liverpool is such a team. Liverpool is a very high pressing team, and with Liverpool, it's quite difficult actually to play the way City want to play. So it's very welcoming that Guardiola is now joined with Juanma Lillo. So this season we might see a little bit of change in the way City play. Might be if Mendy is fit, and also now we have got Ake, we would go back to the 3-4-3 formation, which would give us more bodies in the midfield. Or we could see something interesting, something refreshing, which I think is really needed this season, because teams to an extent have really figured City out. Because you can't just follow the same philosophy for 3, 4, 5 years and expect to win games. No, teams will figure you out. Even the great Barcelona philosophy, teams figured them out. They were beaten by Bayern Munich and all of that, and Real Madrid and all of the teams by counter attacking uh, and playing some specific way against tiki taka playing teams. So I think this signing of Juanma Lillo will provide City with the tactical edge, the edge that is really required to get one over Liverpool, the edge that will again just take City that one step ahead, I think, of Liverpool. Provided that City complete the signing of a centre back, might be Koulibaly or might be Diego Carlos, and also Nathan Ake and Ferran Torres will come. Apart from these signings, with the added inspiration of Juanma Lillo, I think City can really achieve greater heights. I think City can achieve heights more than that 100-point season. It's also a very interesting signing in the fact that Arteta Arteta, as you know, really helped Sterling develop into that world class player. But also, Arteta brought in specific tweaks. Arteta was said to be responsible for specific tweaks in Pep Guardiola's system. Pep Guardiola didn't implement the same system like he did at Bayern Munich or at Barcelona, and those tweaks were really attributed to Mikel Arteta. And now it will be very interesting to see what tweaks will Juanma Lillo bring to this Man City side. Will they have more creativity in the flanks, or how will they play? Will they look to employ more false nines in matches, or will they play a specific way against each opposition, tweaking according to the nature of the opposition? And another interesting thing is, will Pep Guardiola revert to the 4-2-3-1 system? As we have seen, he tried to do it in the match against Liverpool, and also he tried to do it against Chelsea, though without that much of a success. Against Chelsea, it was not at all successful. Against Liverpool, yes, we scored 4 goals, but then you could say Liverpool were just over the moon and all that they have won the title. Because Juanma Lillo is said to be a really big advocate of the 4-2-3-1 system, which has really become famous and many teams play in the world. But the interesting thing is, Juanma Lillo is said to induce more creativity with the 4-2-3-1 system than when it is employed by other coaches. And also this little tweak, 4-2-3-1 might also help City better counter the counter attacks. Will help City maybe better manage the tempo of the game, because one holding midfielder, it sometimes really becomes difficult, especially when opposition teams with a little bit more creativity can bypass that midfield press, can get through those traps that City lay. Like we have seen Arsenal do it in the FA Cup match, like we have seen Chelsea do it a bit, like we have seen Liverpool do it on various occasions in the past. So will be a very interesting season, and hope that this signing will really help us to topple Liverpool, because this tactical refreshment was, what I feel is this tactical refreshment was really necessary to make sure that we get a really upper hand over Liverpool. Because how many other players you sign, I mean, unless the way you play has that edge over the opponent will really counteract you, and he will win over you, I should say. He'll be victorious over you. So it's a really interesting season ahead. And also the match with the match with Real Madrid is coming out on Friday, and I'm really looking forward to it. And also you can also notice in that match, Juanma Lillo's influence will be there a bit, because he's working with the team now for 4-5 months at least, even though there might have been breaks due to the due to this lockdown and all, but he's had good 4-5 months with the team, so that influence you can see. And also it will be interesting to see how Pep Guardiola sets his team up, because we have a 2-1 lead at the Etihad. Do you think our defense really can shut the game down? Because I don't think we can manage a 0-0 or something like that. It will be a scoring game, and it will be a midfield battle, I think. But let's discuss more on this. Let's get more things about how Pep Guardiola should set up his team. How do you think Man City should play? Should they play on the break or not, and all of that? Let's discuss this in the video tomorrow. Make a special video on the dilemmas which Pep Guardiola has to solve in order to succeed at Real Madrid. I'll make a video about that tomorrow. Will be really interesting. And also, if you're really enjoying this content, if you're really liking it, if you're finding it fun, please do like the video, and also please to subscribe to the channel. Click on that bell icon and the subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I myself am having a lot of fun interacting with you. And please do one more thing, please get more interactive, and please try to state your opinion in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? On which issues do you not agree with me, and all that? Because this channel is all about opinions, all about putting our views forward without any fear and from the heart, independently. So hope you enjoyed this video, and have a nice day. See you again tomorrow. Take care.